my role as the mediator, unlike a judge or an arbitrator, is to try to help the decision makers here reach your own uncoerced agreement. So I'm not here to impose a solution. I'm not here to give legal advice. You have your own lawyers to do that, but rather to try to understand what your real interests are that might need to be met by any agreement and see whether the matter can be resolved by agreement. Now, it's as confidential a process as the law will allow. It's without prejudice. There are some exceptions which I think your lawyers would have explained to you, but by and large, it's designed to encourage you to speak frankly in an endeavor to sort things out on the basis that if you can't reach agreement and it does go further to a court, for example, evidence can't be given there of what is said here today. So that's the environment in which you can speak frankly with each other. Now, I need to understand the degree of authority that you have. Jennifer, if I asked you this question, just suppose for the sake of argument that you're persuaded today that William is completely right and you are completely wrong. Do you have enough authority where you sit to commit to something that reflects that without the need to communicate with anyone else?
If I was so persuaded, Alan, I do come with the authority of the board to reach a settlement today.
Okay, and even if it goes as far as recognising that William's completely right, would it go so far?
If I was so persuaded, it would go so
yes,
far. I don't need
people aren't often so persuaded, but just need to test the degree of authority.
To settle the matter at hand, yes.
Yes,
I come with full authority. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, William, if I put that same question to you, if you were persuaded that Jennifer was completely right and you're completely wrong, can you commit to something like that without the need to contact anyone else?
Yes, similarly, we can settle the matter at hand. I have full authority.
Even to that extent?
To that extent.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you very much for that. Now, I suggest that we start with us all together here. SCR is the claimant, so perhaps we should hear first how SCR sees things, then questions in clarification to be sure that you've understood what's been said, including perhaps from me. Then we hear how the firm sees things, and likewise questions in clarification. And then we'll play it by ear. But it may be helpful for me at some stage to meet separately, first with one side and then with the other, or just with the lawyers, or just with the decision makers. Any of private discussions such as that is even more confidential than this, in the sense that nothing that anybody says to me in such a session will leave my lips unless I'm specifically authorized to communicate. And sometimes, as a result of that process, the mediator can see room for movement where everybody else is stuck.